Hello everyone, it's Miss Donaldson. We're heading into the third week of school with this remote learning, and things seem to be going well. So I thought this would be a really good time for me to start providing you with some tools that may assist you at this time, particularly for some of our athletes. Even though we can't be playing on our soccer teams and badminton teams and doing track and field, it doesn't mean we can't be preparing our bodies and training for when those sports come back into play. We want to be ready. And so this is sort of like an off season. And the off season is the best time to be training and getting ready to play sports. So this first video that I'm putting together is on speed. For me, speed is one of the most important tools an athlete can have. The fastest people on teams generally stand out. And sometimes that speed can almost outshine some of their faults because speed is so lethal. So being able to be a little bit faster, even if you're not Usain Bolt, you can still work on being faster. And that training can definitely help your performance and enhance your performance in the long run. So this video is following Tyson Beukeboom, who is a member of the National Senior Women's Rugby Team for Canada. And she's going through her pre-warm-up before an actual speed training session. The pre-warm-up involves breaking down technical skills or the mechanics of running into smaller drills that you can do to prepare your body for the explosive movements of sprinting. Okay, sprinting is a very explosive. It recruits a lot of muscle fibers. And so to do that, you don't want to just jump into a sprint workout. You want to make sure your body is properly ready and you have the mechanics down right. Having good mechanics when you run will actually make you faster. That's why a lot of people actually get the help of track coaches to actually teach them how to run better, because it can actually help you run faster in your sport. All right, so I hope you enjoyed this first video that I've put together for speed. There's going to be some others. I'm hoping to put a video that sort of caters to badminton, because I know badminton players have lost their season, but there are still things our badminton players can be doing right now to train for when they are playing badminton. The next video is going to be on agility. So all you badminton players out there, agility is key to being a really good badminton player. Being able to move on the court quickly is really important. So that will be the next video. But for now, let's get fast.
Hi, I'm Tyson Beukeboom. I play rugby. I currently am on the National Senior Women's 15s team, BC Provincial, and I play club for Cowichan Piggies.
Take a lap around the field before starting these exercises.
So right now, Tyson has started her warm-up for her speed workout with what is called the world's greatest stretch. We've done this in PE class. She's stepping into a lunge, using her core to twist towards her knee and getting a nice full stretch through the hip. So with this stretch, Tyson is using a coordination of stretching out her quads, but also incorporating some balance as well.
With this stretch, it's important to keep your hips and shoulders square, your body elongated on the same plane, and do about 4 stretches each leg.
And now with this stretch, Tyson is getting some stretch throughout the inner quad. So as she lunges to the side, she's getting an adductor stretch, as well as stretching through her gluteus.
It's important to do all these stretches in both directions and also both legs.
Staying nice and tall, and she'd do this both ways. And all of you guys should be familiar with a good hamstring scoop, bending at the hip and getting a nice stretch to the back of the thigh.
This is a curtsy lunge. Keep your hips forward and your body nice and tall.
And Tyson's showing some wonderful grace here. This is called a curtsy lunge. So you curtsy for the queen. Great job. So Tyson is ramping up her warm-up now, and she's going into some balance mechanics. And she's going into a RDL, which is a Romanian deadlift, into a knee drive. So usually these work your hamstring, but then she's also getting some mechanical running in there with a high knee drive. And she'll switch to her other leg.
This is an arm mechanic exercise. Lower body still,
This is focusing
core
on your
strong.
arm mechanics as you're running. She has to make sure, oh, that was done, okay. In sprinting, knee drives are really important. So her warm-up includes a lot of work on getting the knee up and staying balanced. So most of you will be familiar with these. These are your quick march A's. And then some B's. This is where you guys start to look a little awkward in class. Good job, Tyson. Way to look normal. And butt kicks are known as C's.
A lot of field sports require both forward and backwards movements and lateral movements. So it's important when we're doing mechanical work that we work both forward and back and side to side. This is Carolyn Goodman-Smith. She's a former national rugby team player, grade 5 teacher at Tanzer Elementary, and a member of the Cowichan Senior Women's Rugby Team. She's one of the oldest but the fastest member of the team and our highest try scorer. She's going to show us how to do an acceleration. So you've done the pre-warm-up and you're probably wondering what next. Well, where I would start is I would go to some sort of start line, maybe the end of a field, maybe you have a cone or a running shoe somewhere to mark this where you want to start from. And you start off with accelerations. Accelerations are where you go from a slow start and you gradually start to get faster as you approach your finish line. So usually in PE class, I would have you do accelerations through the length of the gym. You start off slow and then you gradually pick up your pace as you approach the finish line. You almost want to think about segmenting your acceleration into like 5 to 10 meter chunks, where every 5 to 10 meters you get faster and faster, depending on how far you're running. All right. You saw Carolyn Goodman-Smith actually doing an acceleration at the end of the video. So that would be considered an acceleration. And you might do 2 to 3 of those to ease your body to finish off that last part of the warm-up where you just ease your body into full speed. Once you've done your 2 to 3 accelerations, you can do a nice short speed workout. If I was doing a speed workout, I'd probably go in 5 meter, 10 meter, 20 meter, and then maybe a 40 meter distance in my workout. So I'd start out with starts. When I'm doing a start, I find a finish line. I found a start line, okay? And I might start with a rolling start, which has you roll into your sprint, or some of you are used to your 3-point stance that you might have learned with Miss Baines. And then from there, when I'm ready to go, I then focus on staying low, but I focus on quick feet as I come out and I put my first foot down on the ground. So as soon as I say go, that front foot comes down and it's quick feet. All right, so I'm moving my arms, I'm driving my legs through, and I'm only doing it for 5 meters. So I might do 3 to 5 of those at 5 meter distances. And then I push out my distance to 10 meters. I'm focusing on the same thing.
Just a reminder, after every sprint in your workout,
you'll
you should
notice
be
that they
walking
stay
back
low
to the
for
finish
about
line
10
slowly
meters of their
for
sprint,
recovery,
maybe more.
and then preparing
I'm
for
not
your
a sprint
next
coach,
sprint.
But about 10 to or so meters, they don't actually pop up to full height until the end of the sprint. So in that first 5 to 10 meters, you just want to stay low, but you want to focus on getting your knees through and quick feet. As you come out to 30 meters, then you want to, or 20 meters, you're going to start elongating your step as you approach the 20 meter. So again, that knee drive is going to be important, and those arm mechanics are going to be important. When you're running, try not to have your arms go across your body. That's inefficient. You want your arms to go straight up and down. You can hold them however you want, but as long as they're going up and down, not across. All right? Your last sprint for 40 or 50 meters, which might be half a soccer field or half a rugby field or whatever, you only have to do 2 or 3 of those full, so longer distances. Okay, and some of you may even want to do a full field sprint, maybe like a 100-meter sprint, but you don't need to do a lot of that. Really, you're just going to work on those mechanics in shorter distances and get your body prepared for that full out speed. So that's where you can start with a sprint workout after you've done the pre-warm-up, focusing on the mechanics of running. And as you do this maybe once a week or something like that, you might actually start to feel your body feel a little bit faster and moving more efficiently as your joints and your muscles are being trained for speed. All right, I hope you enjoy the workout. Bye.